Good day. Today we're going to talk about the future value and present value of simple ordinary annuity. Before we begin, let's review annuities. When we say annuity, it is a sequence of payments made at fixed intervals or equal period of time. In annuity, we have two types, the simple annuity and the general annuity. When we say simple annuity, the payment interval is equal or the same with the compounding period. While in general annuity, the payment interval is not the same with the compounding period. Under simple annuity, we have three types, the simple ordinary annuity, simple annuity due, and deferred annuity. While in general annuity, we also have the general ordinary annuity, the general annuity due, and the perpetuities. In simple ordinary annuity, the payment is made at the end of each payment interval. So, bali yung pagbabayad mo is nasa dulo, no? For example, kung January 1 ka nagbabayad, so tapos monthly yung pagbayad mo, so January 31 ka magbabayad, no? Kasi January 1 ka nag-start. So, sa January 31 ka magbabayad kung monthly yung paghulog mo. While in simple annuity due, the payment is made at the beginning of each payment interval. Example, kumuha ka ng kotse, plano mong hulugan monthly. So, kung January 1 ka kumuha, January 1 ka din magbabayad, no? So, sa beginning ka nagbabayad every beginning of each payment interval. While when we say deferred annuity, the payment is made not at the beginning nor at the end. So parang dito sa deferred annuity, binibigyan ka ng palugit, no? Example, kumuha ng kotse ngayong January. Ang pagbayad mo is monthly. So sa deferred annuity, pwede kang magbayad or kapag binigyan ka ng period of deferral, so mag-start ka magbayad, let's say, nasa March na or sa April na. So yon, meron kang palugit, no? May time na ibinigay sa'yo before ka mag-start mag-pay. General ordinary annuity, first payment is made at the end. General annuity due, the first payment is made at the beginning. Perpetuities, it is a series of payment that runs infinitely. Okay. So, let's go now to our lesson proper. Simple ordinary annuity. So, take note for the word ordinary, no? Yung mga problem natin dito is nagbabayad tayo at the end of each payment interval. So, we have the formulas. Future value, R times 1 plus the quantity, R times the quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 over I. While in present value naman, eto, PB equals R times 1 minus the quantity 1 plus I raised to negative N over I. So take note, the future value, uh, yung exponent natin is positive while sa present value, yung exponent is negative. Also take note na yung parenthesis natin is binabawasan natin ng 1. Pagdating sa present value, uh, yung 1, eto, yung binabawasan ng 1 plus I ng parenthesis natin, no? Okay. So, kung titingnan natin, meron tayong R, I, tapos N. Tatlo lang yung variables natin. Ano yung R? The R is the periodic payment. So, eto yung hinuhulog-hulog mo. Eto yung fixed amount na binabayad mo, no? Example, kumuha ng kotse, plano mong bayaran ng 1,000 kada buwan. Nako, walang ganon. Hindi, joke. Okay, so example, 10,000 kada buwan sa pagkuha mo ng kotse for 5 years, no? So, yun. Yung 10,000 na yun, yun yung periodic payment natin. while the I is equal to rate over conversion period. So, same lang 'to sa, compound interest natin 'no? Yung I natin do'n is rate over M, R over M 'no? While yung N natin dito, same pa din, conversion period times the number of years. So, yun lang. Yun lang yung mga variables natin. So, meron lang tayong tatlo. Okay? So, yan yung mga formulas, no? Example. Example 1 agad tayo. So, if you pay 50 pesos at the end of each month for 40 years on account that pays interest at 10% compounded monthly, how much money do you have after 40 years? Okay. So, dito sa problem natin, kung iisipin natin, ano nga ba yung hinahanap? Okay. So, yung hinahanap natin dito ay um, eto, how much money do you have after 40 years? So, tinatanong yung future money mo. Therefore, ang hinahanap natin ay future value. Okay, so sa pag-solve nito, we need to first find the given data, no? So, yung solution natin, ano nga ba yung 50 pesos dito? Okay, we have 50. So, 50 is what? Okay, siya yung R or yung periodic payment, no? Yun yung hinuhulog-hulog natin each month. Okay? Then we also have gaano katagal, number of years. So we have 40 years, no? So may 40 years tayo. Yung time, meron ding 10% yung rate, compounded monthly, yung M natin. Okay. So, yung I natin is given by R over M. Dahil yung R natin is 10%, sa eto, no? So, 10% in decimal form is 0.10. And 12, bakit 12 yung M? Kasi compounded monthly. Meaning, sa isang buwan, yung interest natin ay 12, no? Tumutubo ng, gumagana siya 12 times sa isang taon. Okay. So, divide mo siya. Ang sagot ay 0.00833. Maraming 3. Okay. So, mas maraming decimal, mas malapit tayo sa sagot. Okay. We also have the N. So, yung N natin is equal to M times T. Yung M is 12, while yung T is 40 years. So, 12 times 40 is 480. Yan, nakuha na natin yung mga given, mga kailangan nating data. So, sunod natin gagawin is write the formula. So, yun. Ito yung formula for the future value. We have the R, we have the I, dalawa yung I natin, no? Numerator and denominator. And we also have the N. Ito, exponent yung N natin. Okay. So, class, in solving annuities, meron tayong operations na sinusunod. Applicable to sa mga annuities, no? Sa ordinary annuity, sa general annuity, annuity due. So, yan, mga applicable siya, no? So, eto yung process natin. Take note na lang. Una is addition, followed by exponent, subtraction, division, and multiplication. Okay. So, pwede din natin 'tong gamitin sa deferred annuity, kaya lang sa deferred annuity, before tayo mag-multiply, we need to insert the subtraction, no? So, someday makikita natin. Okay, so ulitin ko, eto yung process natin in solving annuities. Meron tayong 5. Okay, let's start. So, first is addition. Substitution muna tayo. I-substitute muna natin. 'Yon. So, R is 50. I is 0.008. Ganon din yung denominator. Yung n natin is 480. So, eto siya, no? Minus 1. Yung the rest, yung mga 1, copy mo lang yan. After ng substitution, no? So, first is addition. So, asan yung may add dito? Eto, no? So, eto lang yung may plus. So, siya lang yung gagamitin natin, no? So, first addition. Kapag in-add natin yan, yung sagot natin is, yun, 1.00833. The rest, kukopyahin mo lang. Itong 50, copy mo lang, no? Itong 480, copy lang. Pati yung minus 1, copy lang. Okay? Pati yung denominators, copy lang, no? So, yun yung nangyari, no? Okay, so tapos na tayo sa addition. Next is exponent. So, asan yung exponent? Ito yung 480. Meaning, yung 1.0083333, erase natin into 480. Take note, hindi sila imo-multiply, no? Hindi sila imo-multiply. Kung di, yung 1.008, i-erase natin to the power of 480. Or, pwede natin sabihin na yung 1.008, imo-multiply mo sa sarili niya 480 times. Okay, so I hope marunong kayong gumamit ng calculator. Kasi kung hindi, good luck. Okay, so kapag in-apply natin yung exponent, eto na yung magiging sagot. Okay, so eto na. Okay, eto. So, 53.700. Eto, no? Eto yung sagot kapag ni-raise natin yung 1.008 ng 480. The rest, copy pa din. Etong 50, copy lang, no? Pati yung minus 1, copy lang din. Eto siya sa dulo. Pati yung denominator, copy lang din. Okay. So, tapos na tayo sa exponent. Next is subtraction. Meron bang nakikitang subtraction? Meron. So, eto, no? So, minus 1. Madali lang to. 53.70 minus 1 is 52.766. Copy mo lang yung iba. Okay, so ganun lang kadali. Sinubtract lang natin yung 53 sa 1. Eto, no? Yon. Subtract mo yan, eto yung sagot. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa subtraction. Next is division. Divide. Okay, so may nakikita ba tayong division? Meron. So eto, no? Divide lang natin tong dalawang to. So, 52.700 divided by 0.008. Ang sagot natin ay, okay, so 6,324.7079. Okay. Yung 50, copy pa din. Eto siya, bring down lang. Okay. So, tapos na tayo sa division and last is multiplication. I-multiply na natin. So, 50 times to. Times, okay, times 6324.07. Kapag minultiply natin to, ang sagot natin ay 316,203.98. Ang ibig sabihin nito, you will have 316,203.98 after 40 years. Okay, so ganon. Okay, next example. Example 2. If Fernand borrows money to buy a motorcycle, Fernand borrows money to buy a motorcycle. He will pay the loan by making monthly payments of 1,500 per month. For the next 24 months at an interest rate of 9% per year, compounded monthly, How much did Fernan borrow? Okay, so tinatanong dito, magkano yung hiniram ni Fernan? At dahil hiram yung pinag-uusapan, meaning present value yung hinahanap natin. Okay, so yung solution natin, ganun pa din. Sa lahat ng annuities, same lang yung process natin. Take note, numbers lang yung nag-iiba or formula lang yung nagbago. Pero the process, same pa din, no? So, magsisimula tayo sa pag-determine ng mga variables. So, sa formula natin, meron tayong R at yung R natin dito ay eto, 1,500. Okay. So, yung I natin is rate over M. We have 9%. Eto. At yung M natin is 12. Take note, palagi mong hahanapin yung word na compounded. So, yun yung M natin. Compounded monthly, 12 yun. Kapag compounded quarterly, 4. Kapag compounded annually, 1 yon. Kapag compounded semi-annually, 2. Palagi mong hahanapin yung word na compounded para mahanap mo si M. Okay? Next, yung N natin is M times T, 12 times 2. Alam natin na yung M is 12 kasi nandito na, compounded monthly. How about yung T, yung time is 2. Bakit 2? Nasaan yung 2? Meron ba? Okay, so nandito siya, no? So take note that T is the number of years. Meron tayong given na 24 months. To convert months into year, kailangan lang natin i-divide by 12. So 24 divided by 12 is 2 years. Or yung 24 months is equivalent siya ng 2 years. Okay, so yun. So 12 times 2 is 24. Ibig sabihin yung N natin is 24. Okay, so formula. Ito yung formula. No? So, parang sa future value, binaliktad lang yung position. Tapos yung exponent natin dito naging negative. Mag-ingat sa sign kasi maraming nagkakamali sa paggamit ng calculator kapag nakakalimutan yung sign. No? Okay. Ganun pa din yung process. Addition, exponent, subtraction, division, and multiplication. So, magsisimula tayo sa pag-substitute. I hope lahat alam na kung paano mag-substitute. Yung R natin is 1,500. Ito siya, no? So, ito. Yung R, pinalitan lang ng 1,500. Copy mo yung open parenthesis, tsaka yung 1, tsaka yung minus. No? Copy mo lang tong tatlong to. Pati isama mo na to pala. Ito, no? So, ito na sila. Ito, silang hanggang sa plus, copy. No? Pagdating sa I, etong I, papalitan mo siya ng value niya which is 0.0075. So eto, 0.0075 pati yung denominator palitan mo na din ng 0.0075. Yung n natin is 24. Okay? At dahil negative yung exponent natin, so yung n lang yung papalitan ng 24, yung negative sign remain. So eto na siya. Okay. So pagkatapos ng substitution, diyan na magsisimula etong 5, no? So etong 5 process natin, etong 5 operations natin. Let's start from addition. So, titingnan mo lang, asan nga ba yung may plus? So, yun lang yung i-add mo. The rest, copy mo lang. So, eto lang yung may plus, no? Eto yung plus. So, ibig sabihin, 1 plus 0.0075 is 1.0075. Eto na siya. Tapos, copy mo lang yung iba, no? Etong 1,500, lahat to copy mo lang, no? Yon, pati yung exponent, pati yung denominator, copy lang. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa addition. Next is exponent. So yung exponent natin is negative 24. So, 1.0075 raised to negative 24, ang sagot natin ay yon 0.8358. Take note, mas better na isulat mo lahat ng exponent. Kung hindi lahat, at least 13, no? So, mas marami, much better. Okay, so, yung sagot ng exponent is eto na, no? The rest, copy pa din. Tulad ng sabi ko, pati yung denominator, huwag kakalimutan kopyahin. Okay, tapos na tayo sa exponent. Next is subtraction. So, eto lang yung subtraction natin. 1 minus 0.83. Ang sagot natin dito ay 0.1641. So, ito yung sagot sa subtraction. Okay, tapos na tayo sa subtraction. After ng subtraction is division na. So, divide. So, 0.16 divided by 0.0075. Ang sagot natin ay 21.889. So, ito yung sagot sa division. Okay, tapos na tayo sa division. Last is multiplication. So, 1,500 times 21.88. Ang sagot natin ay 32,833.72. Okay, so ibig sabihin, yung nahiram ni Fernan is 32,833.72. Yun yung present value natin. Okay? So, kung walang tanong, thank you. Kung meron, just comment in the comment section. And I want you to try this assessment. So, kinapi ko lang to sa mga libro at modules, no? For educational purpose lang naman to. Okay. Suppose Mrs. Marino would like to know the present value of her monthly deposit of 3,000 when interest is 9% compounded monthly. How much is the present value of her savings at the end of 6 months? So take note na yung 6 months, kailangan mong i-convert into year, no? So, yun. Thank you for watching. Message nyo na lang ako kung may tanong. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.